All right, we're good. Yo, what's up, friends? Welcome to my studio space. It's been a couple weeks since I uploaded a video, and I've had a list of videos I wanted to work through, but I figured let's start with something that's not photo related and like content related and more of a hobby that I have. I've teased it for a while, but I'm a big sucker for VHS tapes. Here's my big collection. I have like over 400 at this point, and I actually just got rid of some. So I had way more, but I'll get into why I got rid of them. But yeah, I just moved to this new section of our studio, sharing this room with my dear friend Daniel Spriggs, and just kind of, yeah, this is a full new setup, and I wanted just to dive into kind of what I did, what I'm building here, because I want to add to this, and I wanted to break down like why I did what, where, because I know it looks just like maybe I threw stuff together, and some of it I did, but I was pretty specific with some of the details, and I wanted to break that down in a full video because I've said I'm going to do this for a while. I even started like a VHS Instagram account, and I want to keep posting on that because this is the year where just do things that I'm passionate about, and yeah, this is the start of that. So I wanted to start wide so you guys see the grand scheme of what I got going on, but I'm gonna bring you guys in and show you more of the little details. So hope you enjoy. All right, so this is probably my favorite corner, the corner that is most talked about as soon as you walk into the space. This is like the nostalgia corner, I guess. But this is where I keep a lot of the tapes that I was gifted, which is really cool. I'm really thankful for that. I have a tape rewinder, obviously the TV, a VCR, two VCRs. In case one breaks, I switch back and forth. I have a bunch of blank tapes here, which is really cool because then I was also gifted a camera that shoots on the tapes. Really need to get that working. It's expensive to get the batteries, but one day hopefully, because I have like 80 hours worth of blanks that I could shoot on. Really cool Indiana Jones laser disc that I found. If you don't know what a laser disc is, it's like a movie but on a vinyl, and you need like a specific player, obviously. So that's really cool. I found this old little TV. I think, yeah, you can see it. It actually turns on sometimes, which is cool. It's like a portable radio and TV that people used to use, which is awesome. My favorite skate deck up there, Ryan Sheckler Plan B deck. And then here's a really cool one I found recently, Fast and Furious, which is awesome. But yeah, a lot of these ones I was gifted, and then I either have duplicates or some of these I actually want to sell at some point. I have like, especially on this end, I don't know if you can see it, but I have some that I want to sell, and then some DVDs, because this bad boy also plays DVDs. So I have like Friends, Seinfeld, The Office, the Dark Knight series, and then some more Lord of the Rings DVDs. So that's really cool. And then I guess this is a good time to get into what I talked about in the intro, why I got rid of some tapes. I could have added on, and I still want to, but I got rid of probably 20 tapes. Fun fact, VHS tapes grow mold. So if you get into collecting them, double check, make sure there's no mold. You'll see it on the spindles, like on the tapes. But I was collecting them because they were like cool covers and like really old movies. But I got to the point where I had some duplicates of them, and I was like, I don't need these. Plus I kept them all wrapped in a nice package. And the packages didn't look that great. So I got rid of them. So I still have over 400, but I probably would have had close to 500, but I got rid of them. So that's kind of why I got rid of some, because they were like stacked up there. So, oh, and then I have some like TV shows, X-Files, the Avengers show. Those were all gifts to me as well. So yeah, let's get to the next section. Yeah, so the next spot is this bottom section. There's no specific order or no specific theme. There's like Home Alone, but outside of that, none of this, what's down here, has like a series, and if it does, I don't have the full series. I wanted to go with like a floor to ceiling effect, so that's why I wanted to make this section look as big as possible. And then over there is my film stuff, my archive, and then when I send stuff out to the film lab, Nice Film Lab, I pack it up all up there. So yeah, there's no specific plan with this or like theme I'm going for. I have a couple subgenres that I'll get into, but none of them are in this section. So we'll take it in the next section, and from here on out, there's more of a strategy to what I got going on. So yeah, next spot. Next spot is where I keep all my clamshells, which is in these crates. These are movies that like I would have grown up with. Well, I would have grown up with a lot of these, but these are like the nostalgic ones. So like all the old Disney movies, Pixar movies, trying to think what else. And then just some like, or DreamWorks, Pixar and Disney, aren't they like same thing? But then I got like, I got a Pokemon movie recently. Cool Runnings is a really good one. I have another section where I keep like my absolute favorite clamshells, which we'll get to. But yeah, this is where I just keep like all the fun kids movies, so they're easier to access because we have like friends coming over with their kids, and it's fun to like put on a movie for them. So this is where I keep all of that stuff. Yeah, so next spot. All right, cool. So now we're getting into more of the fun stuff. This section right here is where I keep a lot of my like second favorite movies. There's still a few in here that I haven't seen. It's kind of like that second row. I went for like the double tape sleeves because it just looked cool having like one solid section. Got like Titanic. I found a really cool SNL 25th anniversary double set, which is fun. Got some Star Trek in there. Got one of my Indiana Jones sets. Have a Nickelodeon tape, which is cool because I got it for $3, and I've seen them on eBay going for like $300. So I'm kind of keeping that one tucked away. It's wrapped too, which, fun fact, the sealed ones are like my favorite because those could potentially be worth something. And plus it's just fun to see like a sealed tape that was purchased like 20, 25 years ago, if not more, longer. And it was never opened. And it's just like a cool little piece of history, I guess. I found, where is it? I got one the other day. It's in the car. It was an old, like a Rambo movie, I think. Sealed with the studio's printing on the bottom. So that's cool. Because there's a difference between factory sealed and people resealing them. Try to make extra money. So you got to look out for that. But yeah, and then keep some books and a bunch of like odds and ends like for camera gear. This is where I keep, this is kind of like my workbench as well. We bought some new gear for the podcast, so I'm kind of having that, going through that, setting that up. But yeah, I'm trying to look up if there's any other big ones. E.T. is a fun one. I have several of them. I just opened that one actually. It's too hard to get out, but there was like a Universal sticker, like a glossy sticker that was really cool with a green. Honestly, let me just grab it because it's too cool. All right, so this one I literally got for 25 cents, which is crazy. But ET, cool like green siding on it with this Universal sticker. I don't know if you can see that right there next to my face. But yeah, this tape is freaking sweet. And I realized I actually have like 2 or 3. Got one. Oh, I got a really good one I gotta show you. And then 3. So I have 3 ETs, which are just like classic and they're fun to have. So that's why I have multiple of these ones. All right, so this is kind of the last section. I'm doing 2 sections in one. This is like my favorite section. So here we have my desktop. Then iPad, because when I'm not watching, I'll throw on like a YouTube video or a podcast, so that's been great. But yeah, I'm currently working on a Sprigs video, which is fun. But yeah, this is kind of, these are my favorite tapes in this section right here. So I'm gonna put this down so you can see this. My absolute favorite, Lord of the Rings. It's just, you'll see a theme. One that's a Lego set that I got for Christmas. I made an Instagram reel about it, which did really well, which is hilarious because it did better than any other video I've ever posted ever. But this was like a dream Lego set. This was just like, when I opened that Christmas Day, Nikki saved all year to get it for me, and she's just absolutely incredible. This is an old Lord of the Rings set I got when I was little, so that's fun. I rebuilt it last year. But I'm getting completely sidetracked because I brought up Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I got A Knight's Tale, which is like one of my all-time favorite movies. I got the old Batman trilogy plus a cartoon Batman, like the animated series. Phenomenal show, but they had a couple episodes they put on tape. So I have like 1 of 5. Really want to hunt the rest of those down. I got the Star Wars, all the Star Wars you can find in America, which is 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. The third one was only released in Europe, and if I want to spend like $500 to $1,000 to get it, I don't think I'll ever get it. So there's a couple fun things about this though. When I first started my collection, I went to a thrift store and I found these, which are, I didn't find the exact tapes, but I found the covers that they're in. So I have Back to the Future, which all-time classic, E.T., which is a sealed copy, so that's why it's in this protective case, and this one is crazy. This is Star Wars Episode 4, New Hope, but it doesn't say it because this was like released before I think he like said he was doing a whole series. I don't really know, but it's crazy. The artwork is crazy. So these are like 3 of my favorites, I guess you would say, ones that I want to keep as protected as possible. And plus these sleeves are cool. It's like the squeeze and shake that you would get from like Blockbuster, Family Video. They're honestly pretty hard to like open. So I don't watch these that often for that reason. So yeah, and then I got like Terminator. Heat is like one of my all-time favorite movies. I saw it last year. When I found it, I was ecstatic. And here's like some more of the comedies I have. I have a couple of the Die Hards. I have all the Harry Potters that you can find on VHS. The Indiana Jones, my other set, and then Jurassic Park. Ace Ventura, a lot of Jim Carrey movies because I love Jim Carrey. Hook, one of the best movies ever. Wayne's World, got a Rambo. Yeah, and I have like some other like Kodak stuff, some Lego stuff. Got this for Christmas. Honestly, this is just showing my favorite little things. It feels like a little kid, but this is like a light that you like, you can't see it, but it's like a Lego brick that's a light. It's cool. Can't see it because it's so bright in here. Got this cool like Kodak keychain that we're like, ooh. It's like one of these little guys. I don't know if you can see that. Dude, it's so bright. Dang it. Yeah, these are really fun. Camera quality's not that bad. So yeah, this is like my favorite section. Up here, we have obviously my Legos, and then I've been collecting the James Bond movies, like the OG ones, like the Sean, what's his name? Sean Connery? Yeah, this guy. Indiana Jones guy, Sean Connery, which this is crazy. I found this, little side note. This is a laser disc, which is basically a movie but on a vinyl, so that's really freaking cool. This is my favorite Indiana Jones movie too. Third one, best one. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, James Bond all the way up until like the newer ones. Obviously not as new as like the, dang it, what's his name? Like the newest ones. Because VHS movies ended in 2005. Oh, I got a series of Friends. Have another series of Star Wars. UFC Hits, which is like really cool, like OG UFC days. Volume 1. I didn't realize it was volume 1, which is crazy. Got some Austin Powers. Ocean's 11, which is a really good one. I have a lot of Robert De Niro movies because he's become one of my favorite actors, and I just wanted to like start collecting a lot of his. Christmas Vacation, one of my dad's favorite movies. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see some of those. Gladiator. So that's where I keep a lot of those. This is another fun little collectible I have. which when Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring came out, Burger King did these cups, glass mugs. This is Aragorn. I have Gandalf, Frodo, Arwen. Yeah, so I have 4 of these. The design is crazy. Like, you got the rings. Dude, it's so bright. You got the rings here with the silhouette, the name Strider, and then December 01. So I have the full set, plus the boxes, which is crazy. Yeah, oh yeah, and then let me unhook you guys, and I'll kind of give you a better walkthrough. All right, so here is kind of like the clamshell. These are my favorite clamshells. So I have the cartoon Lord of the Rings, Sandlot, Hercules, Jumanji, Space Jam, Tarzan, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, which I have the Honey, We Shrunk the Kids, which is a better movie, but actually, wait, no. I forget which one's better, but yeah, I grew up on those. So those are my favorite clamshells. Here's a look at the mugs that I was talking about. And then here's just like the floor to ceiling, all the tapes, the Rivendell Lego set. Then I have Weathertop Lego set there. But yeah, here's just kind of like an overview of everything. Yeah, so thanks for watching. This is just kind of an overview of the things that I'm passionate about, and just this year is about sharing those things. And even though it's silly, some people think it's like stupid, and it's, I don't know, whatever. It's fun to me. I love coming up here and just seeing what I have, and if I feel like watching a movie, I can just pick the old school way. So thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I could probably nerd out for a couple more hours about all the things I've learned about collecting VHS and all that. So if you have questions, drop them below. Follow my Instagram account. I'll drop that below as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe if you're still dealing with the snow and all of that jazz. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. See ya.